Hey everybody, Treyan here. Welcome to this video where I will talk about how to get started with Pagico as your productivity system in just a few minutes. Pagico is a task and project management platform where you get to manage all kinds of data, not just to-do lists, but also normal checklists, notes, files, links, maps even, and manage everything by projects and contacts. Compared to other productivity systems, Pagico is particularly designed for individuals who need to manage multiple tracks of works, and it makes it easy to manage all of these things and stay on track. Fundamentally, Pagico is a project management system, so it is very natural and easy to manage all kinds of projects, ranging from kitchen remodeling to trip planning to applying for college, managing your semester, or even conducting research projects. In this video, I'll talk about how to get started with Pagico as your system in just a few minutes. Let's dive right in. Let's say I am a web developer who needs to manage several work projects along with my personal things. So I would first create a new project for one of my work things. To create a new project, you can click on this down arrow right here and then choose New Project. Alternatively, you can use the keyboard shortcut Command N. For a new project, I can just title the project as Company Website Redesign. So in this project, I would try to create a new design for the company website. Once inside, I can do a few things to make the project more personalized and look better. First of all, I would normally add a cover image, which can be done by clicking over here in the metadata panel, or you can click on the Set Cover Image button right here. They do the same thing. Much better. Next, I can set an icon. Now that the banner image and icons are set, I can go ahead and set the tags property here so I can find this project easily next time. Right now, I have not used any tags before, so there's nothing to choose from. But I can make up any keywords as I want. For instance, in this case, this is a design project and it's also a work project. Hit save to save the tags. Now, let's move on and talk about the content of the project. For a website redesign project, normally I have a few routine actions to do. To add a to-do list, I would click on the plus button right here or use the Command Enter keyboard shortcut to invoke the Create New menu. Right now, we need a list, so I would just simply type list action items. Then I hit Enter. Now I have a to-do list. I can go ahead and type out the list items as I need. As you can tell, you can type in the dates and Pagico will detect all the dates and times automatically, so you don't have to manually set dates and times. For the design research item, I normally have a few subtasks to do. So I use the keyboard shortcut Command and right square bracket to increase the indentation level, and then type the sub items. Now that I'm done with all the sub-items, I would use the Command and left square bracket to come back to the root level. Now you can see my to-do list is complete. All the routine items are already listed. For this kind of list, where there are multiple tiers of items, where you have main tasks and sub-items, it could be helpful to fold the list to turn it into a pipeline. A pipeline is very helpful at visualizing the progress of your project. And under each phase, you'll also see a little progress bar representing the internal progress within that phase. For example, if you have a few things checked off already, then coming back to the pipeline, you get to see a progress bar indicating the completion rate of that particular stage. I think this one looks pretty good. One of the advantages of Pagico is that it manages much more than just to-do lists. So right in here, you can drop in notes, design drafts, folders containing design assets, and all sorts of things. Let's say I have a personal project to manage as well. So I'm gonna go create a new project right here. And for this project, I am planning a trip to Chicago. So I'm gonna type the title out as Trip to Chicago. To further save time, I can actually specify keywords right here using the @ syntax. I can set an icon for the project as well. For this trip, I have a few places that I want to visit. So I will be making a list. Using the Command and Enter keyboard shortcut to pull up the Create New menu, I would say List, Points of Interest. There are a few things I want to see. In addition to points of interest, I also need to have a to-do list as well. So I would use Command Enter again, and then a new list called To Do. And here are the things that I need to do. For this project, I think the lists are taking too much space. So here's what I can do. I can hide the metadata panel because I don't need to access that all the time. Then I can select multiple things at the same time, right-click, and choose half width layout. By doing this, I can have the list up side by side. Again, one of the main advantages of Pagico is that it manages more than just to-do lists. So if I have the boarding passes, I can drop that right in. And if I have notes, I can drop them right here as well. Therefore, Pagico is a simplistic system that can handle real-world projects that are naturally messy. If you ever need to see the weather information of your destination, you can always embed a web widget. Here, I'm using weatherwidget.io. Simply copy the code to clipboard, close it, return to Pagico, enable widget, paste in HTML, and save. There, that's my Chicago weather. And if I need a map, I can also do that as well. Now, another advantage of Pagico is that it can aggregate all of your information and present everything on a single interactive timeline. Let's take a look at your dashboard right now. I have both projects listed, and I have a bird's eye view of my workflow over time. With this kind of view, you're always prepared and you're never surprised. Talking about not being overwhelmed, Pagico also features a minimalist day planning view. It's known as the Today view. Simply click on the Today button right here, and you will get a listing of everything happening today and tomorrow. If there are things that you don't want to do right now, you can also easily reschedule. For example, I don't have time to book flights today, so I can just drag this task right here and move it into the tomorrow group. By doing that, Pagico will automatically reschedule the task for tomorrow, and you don't have to manually update the date fields. Now, if you often need to do similar projects repeatedly over time, then make sure you use the templates feature. For example, let's say if I do web design jobs all the time, and this redesign process is pretty common for me, and writing the same tasks out every time is pretty time consuming. I can speed up this process by saving this project right here that I like as a template. I would choose Save as Template and give it a name, Website Redesign Template, and click OK. With the template, I can quickly create new things without retyping all the information. For example, now I have another redesign job down the line. I can simply click on the down arrow right here and choose New Project or New with Template. Choose Website Redesign Template and give it a title. I can set it to start on a certain day. For example, I can set it to start on the 15th of June. And then I would click on Create. When this is done, I would have a brand new project with all the things I previously set up, including the image, the icon, the lists, and all the dates being shifted automatically for me. Now if I return to dashboard, let's check out my workload. As you can see, the XYZ is showing up right here, and things start to get busy right there. And if needed, I can reschedule and adjust my plan right here on the timeline by dragging around the bars. Now that we have multiple projects, finding them efficiently and easily is very important. There are a couple of ways for you to find your projects. The easiest one is by going to the Projects tab. This view gives you a list of all the recent projects that you either recently created or modified. In addition to the list view over here, you also get a Kanban style board, where you can actually move things around across categories. Right here, we have some default categories, including active, completed, future, and late. You can customize these categories in the settings section right here. Let's say if I want to assign the company website redesign to the active section, I can just simply drag and drop and place it right here in the active category. And the XYZ redesign goes to the future board. In addition to the project view, you can also browse everything through the All Data tab right here. These tabs give you a really powerful way and flexible way to drill down your content and find things by either category or by tags. For example, if I want to find things by work, then everything carrying the work tag will show up right here. But if I want to do a combination of work and active, then only the things matching both criteria will show up. So this is a great way for you to browse and explore your database as it gets bigger. Finally, if you have projects that you need to go to every day, then it's probably a good idea to pin it to your dashboard. To pin a project to your dashboard, simply right-click on the project itself and choose Pin to Dashboard. By pinning projects to your dashboard, you're always one click away from this project. It also gives you a nice preview of the date range and also the remaining number of tasks. And if you want to have the project listed in the sidebar, you can also star the project by right-clicking on it and choose Star. Once you start an item, the item will show up right here in the sidebar. This also works as a shortcut to all of your favorite projects. Finally, it's very important to have access to your data even when you're on the go. So be sure to download the Pagico mobile application for your iOS or Android device. To enable the data sync, you need to come to the settings section right here and sign in to your Pagico ID account. If you don't have one yet, you can create a new one right here, and it's free. When you have Pagico running on your mobile devices, just make sure you're signed in to the same Pagico ID account, and then your data will be automatically in sync. Another word on the data sync. Even though the data sync works through the Pagico cloud servers, where your information will be relayed by our server to your mobile devices, on your computer, all of your data is stored locally, and so you have offline access. That means you can use Pagico with or without internet access. This wraps up our quick start guide for Pagico. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you have any questions, please do reach out to us. We'll be happy to help. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.